Hi guys, so today I just want to talk a little bit about what I've already done on my channel over the past 2 days and what I want to do in the future with that, and then we'll go ahead and talk about this piece. But the past 2 days I put up videos that are called daily draws, and I actually want to make that a part of my channel. So what I mean by that is I want to be able to be putting up a video Monday through Friday every week indefinitely. I love making videos and I love creating content, and I did just graduate getting my illustration, my BFA in illustration. So creating artwork is my career now, and that means that I can spend more time creating videos for you guys that's documenting me creating some of these pieces. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about being able to put out more work for you guys. So for the daily draws, the format for those will be no voiceover. Those will just be music, and it'll be me creating a piece of artwork or sketching or trying out a new medium. It's really kind of open, which I'm excited about because it means that I'll be able to really try out new things and experiment with it, but also focus on trying to meet some of the goals that I'd like to do. But I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for me. And my plans are to still have 3 videos where it's full content. I voice over it and I talk about what I learned and my process for that piece. And then I'll have these daily draws to fill in the gaps so that I do have a video up every single day. And those videos are really actually very easy to edit. So that helps me to be able to keep putting content out there on a very consistent basis. And for a lot of the daily draws, I'd like to be working traditionally, and some of those pieces will be up on my store. So if you'd like to check those out, I'll have originals available, and those ones will be pretty cheap because they tend to be pretty fast and I like to produce them quickly. If you do see any pieces that I do in a daily draw, or really anything, and you'd like to see it on my store and it's not there, just let me know and I'd love to add it for you. And now we can actually talk about this piece. So I intended it to be a lot more simple than it ended up being. It was a pretty loose little sketch that I really liked, and I wanted to use it for my first daily draw, and I scanned it in and I wanted to refine it a little bit more digitally. And I spent a lot more time on it, and I made it a lot more complicated, and I started refining the sketch a lot more. And then I decided that I actually really did like it, and I wanted to do a little bit more with it than just rushing through and making it simple and then doing a watercolor on it. I wanted to make it a digital piece. So I kind of transitioned a little bit. And this one is actually very different from my normal process. Yeah, I mean, usually I like to tint the background so that it's a darker color. That way I'm not working on stark white, but this time it kind of ended up being pretty close to white. And I didn't actually mind it as much as I think I used to. It was a lot more like drawing on paper than it normally is when I'm working digitally. So I kind of like that aspect of it. And I also, instead of doing it a really crisp, sharp line work, it's actually a lot more like sketchy pencil. And I think that I like trying that out. Like I mentioned a little bit before, I do want to experiment a little bit more with my line work digitally and see what I can do with it and see how I can get different effects for different types of pieces. So I think that this one is going in at least a direction that I'd like to try out, where it's looser and sketchier. There are areas that I did kind of this hatching effect that added a little bit of shadow, and that's the kind of thing that I used to add when I worked with pencils. And I think that I kind of like the idea of bringing that kind of a look into my digital work a little bit more. So this is actually just going to be part 1 of this piece. I knew that I really wanted to spend a little bit more time on this one and experiment more, and I know that I want the background to be very spacey. I'm realizing how much I love space art, and that's something that inspires me. So yeah, I'm excited to really play around with the effects of this a little bit more and some symbolism in this one. So I am definitely going to keep working on this and try out a lot more things. So I'm really going to play with this one and experiment and try out a different look for it. But that is pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I'll be back on Monday with my next one. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can catch my other art videos, and I'll see you at my next one.